a look here at Josh Allen. We'll see him sling it all over the yard in this one. It's the Bills and the Texans, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They've been cooking these last couple months, winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they come in off a loss last time out, but overall they've been playing well. 6 wins and 8 prior to that defeat. And we are underway in Buffalo. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. Well, someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
Allen. And got his man complete. A big play here for Buffalo. And even 50 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical to be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Allen to throw once more. And he's got his man. Touchdown! A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bills will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. A fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Stroud to throw it. And it is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. The Texans at 6-3 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Partner, we always talk about how important 3rd down is, but I think 1st down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
2nd and 7. Singletary again. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Play action. Here's Stroud. It's caught downfield by Mechie. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 32 that time. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now they set up this and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You look at the defense for these Texans. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. Here's Allen. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now Allen. It's complete to Diggs. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is fielded inside the 5. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Stroud. Throw out wide is incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Stroud out of the gun here. Caught left side by Mechie. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. We've got an injured player, and that's running back Devin Singletary, who's in some discomfort. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Here we go on 4th down. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Oh, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. These two teams all tied after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Stroud completes this out wide. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Stroud. And a completion to Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackled on the play by Kyer Elam. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And Stroud now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's 2nd and 3. Allen now looks to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
This offense so far on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. This is Hines. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. On 2nd down, right back to Hines. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Allen. On the slant, he's got Davis. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he is going to have a Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. This one caught by Davis. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit, because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Allen. And now he's caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis from 8 yards out. And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. And now out comes Houston. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Stroud off the play fake. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it And that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's Stroud. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A huge play there for Houston. And even 40 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
And plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. And the Texans are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Pierce. Touchdown, Houston. Fans of old school football, they got to be loving this partner. All 3 drives so far have ended in a touchdown, and all 3 on the ground.
And when you say fans of old school football, count me in, because you just don't see ground games dominate the scoring by pounding the rock like this anymore. To me, this is refreshing.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. On first down, Allen. Shakir hauls it in. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
A final shot before half for Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where you see the final score there. Trevor Lawrence, terrific in the win, as his guys up their mark to 7-4 with the victory. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Bryce Young leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Cards locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Final adjustments being made for the second half. So with that, we get you back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. But, Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the 1st half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And his throw here's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Stroud to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the 1st half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
They run again with Hines. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he is going to have a Bills first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now a 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the...
Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Taking it about the 16. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense taking over again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. And this will be a Texans 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it, and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. Pass incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. They run here with Singletary. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Devin Singletary with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bills ready to take over. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Allen. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Here's Allen to throw it. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. To throw, it's Allen. Throw left side to Kincaid. Yeah, they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. They shakes him off. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
False start, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 2nd down.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They run with Hines. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Allen gonna throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Bills. Gabriel Davis with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Texans offense set to regain possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Taking it right down Broadway. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Devin Singletary, 62 yards. And the Texans use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now Allen. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They go again with Pierce. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The offense on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Flushed out right. Gets the dump off to Pierce. Touchdown, Texans! Dameon Pierce. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And Dameon Pierce capped things off with a touchdown grab. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Allen now looks to throw. That is caught and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Again, they'll throw with Allen. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Allen. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And again, it's Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Going deep for Diggs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. One final try here for Allen. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And they will take a knee here. But Charles, you think about this victory, pretty impressive. They came in facing one of the top defenses in the National Football League. Not only did they get the win, they played a clean football game, didn't have any turnovers against that great defense.
Yeah, it's a terrific observation because you know they emphasize ball security, wanted to avoid making any major mistakes playing against that tough defense, and they were turnover-free and took points when they were available. Excellent execution, and they did it confidently.
So for Houston, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.